any question or any kind of point to make, feel free to add that point into a chat box. We and our team will just look into it and will try to respond it on time if possible. Second is, as long as you are just watching it, keep yourself into mute mode. If there is a point and we need to get into an interaction session, then we will ask you to unmute. But till that time, request that everyone should remain in the mute. Of course, you can switch on your videos. That's not a problem. And last but not least is that since this is a very, very critical session at a very critical juncture, I request that let's focus on it. I know there are a lot of distractions of phone or other things around us. Uh, Try that for the next 45 minutes we stay focused to it. After all, it is about our career, so we should spend time in that, in solving this issue right now. So let me now start, since I think it's already past 10 in India time, and I'm very happy to see that there are a couple of people, those who have joined outside India, which brings me to this point that career is everyone's importance. So regardless of the territories, regardless of the countries, everyone is worried about their career and everyone wants to do best in their career. So welcome you all people, those who are from outside India also. And I hope this session will be really effective for you all. And I have, before I jump into the session, let me try to give you a little background of mine. I'm not sure how many of you would have checked my LinkedIn profile, but I'm into HR field from last 25 years. Uh, in this last 25 years, I've worked with multinational companies, big Indian conglomerates, and held various leadership roles within HR. So by virtue of being into HR, one of the things which I did extensively was hiring. So whichever company I went, I have to hire people. And sometimes I have to fire also, but that's a different story. But most of the time I have to do the hiring. And this hiring is a learning experience. If I look back 25 years of my journey, eh, recruitment is one area which, if I start reflecting, there are a lot of things which happen. And this, I wanted to share it with you people so that now you are on the other side of the table and I was always on this side of the table. So if I can share with you some tips and some kind of pointers which you people should definitely look for your career, that will be important. Second important aspect of being into HR is that you are also responsible for uh, people's career development. So as you all know that anyone who joins the organization always wanted to look into the career path of the organization. And it is only possible that when they see that there is someone who is going to utilize their skills in a better way, and obviously they give that due reward and due credit from time to time. So talent management is another function which taught me that career is a very, very serious subject. And most of the time people take it not that seriously. Not only employees, but even employers at times do not take it seriously. They believe in it that people will come, they will work, they will move, somebody else will come. And in the bargain, what happens is that it becomes so transactional that people are not able to get into a career move. And that's how I decided to get into a career coaching. And today I'm proud to be a career coach where I help people across the world in terms of shaping up their career. I will not use the word saying that I changed their career, because trust me, there is no one other than you who can change your career. All of us, those who call ourselves as career coach, can only help you, guide you, navigate into difficult times. But ultimately, the career remains the responsibility of an individual. Uh, as I said, I worked in multiple companies and multiple countries. One of my notable assignment was in India, where I was a founding member of Tata Sky. I worked there for 8 years, created the whole organization from the scratch, stayed there for 8 years. And and did everything which is required to be done into HR. My last assignment was where I went to Middle East as an opportunity to be head HR for setting up of the university there. In fact, going there made me further realize that how career should be shaped at a very, very early stage. Because right at the stage of a student, if we are careful about what career steps we should do, how serious we should be into career, I think that better we will be prepared. So it was the biggest university in Kuwait with around 12,000 students. It's a US-based, US accredited university. And I'm again very proud to create it, this university from a very nascent stage. Stayed there for 6 years and then came back, and now I do my own consulting into HR, wherein we help organizations with a lot of HR interventions and recruitment and leadership hiring and all. So this is one part of it. The other part of it, as I shared, I'm a career coach. I'm ICF trained right now. And I do that as a part of professional part also, as well as a personal part, because I think it is my responsibility also to, if I can make some changes in some people's career, I think I'll be very grateful to this. So that is about me. I know I love talking about me a lot, so I don't want to bore you further into this, and I'll directly jump into what we have to do today. So here what we look at it is that typically the question which I hear from the people is, what is the difference between career and job? And many times, many people, most of the people, if I can say, are totally confused about difference between career and a job. They feel it is same. It is similar, but it is not same. Career, as we said, that it's a sum total of all the job one does. So if I'm a 25 years experience, I've worked for 5 companies, I've done 5 jobs. But working in these 5 jobs, what translates into my career, be it into HR or be into leadership role, that is the journey of my career. So never ever think that job what you are doing is satisfying you as a replacement to your career. Second, as the name suggests, career is a long-term process. So obviously, if anything is long-term, it has to be given more importance. We have to be more thoughtful about it, and we have to be a little more strategic about it. We have to plan it well. We have to make sure that it is moving in the right direction. Don't worry too much that if it is in such a long journey, if there are some peaks and valleys, some turns and curves, it's okay. That's absolutely okay. We all go through it. In the long run, it doesn't matter. But in the short run, we should always try to keep our focus that what we are doing, is it adding value to our career or not? Most of the people focus so much on the job that they start looking only job as their only periphery. Whereas in reality, anything which you do in a job should translate in some way or the other to your career. So it is not a transactional thing, it is a career which is more holistic. And career, as we go along with a few more slides, career will also, what all gets covered into career will also get shared with you. Okay, before I move to the next slide, maybe on a chat box, I wanted to ask people, how many of the people thinking from last 3 months about their career? That is, either they are worried about their career, or they think that their career needs a boost, or they think that their career is stuck. Please put your message in the chat box if you are concerned about your career, at least from the last 3 months and above. So I'll wait for a second to see the messages on the chat box. Come on, put your fastest. So Ashutosh is saying yes. So from how many months you are thinking, Ashutosh, about your career?
At least last 12 months.
12 months. I know. 12 months, I think it has a lot to do with people thinking about from the time this crisis hits us. And people have become a little more concerned about it. Yes, Neeraj. So you are also thinking about a career. And if I may ask, is it a recent one or is it from last year or so? Anyone else wanted to share? So Neeraj is also saying it is from last 1 year. So hold on to Neeraj and Ashutosh. I'll touch on this topic a little more in detail. Uh, Anyone else who wanted to comment, or should I jump into the next slide? Okay, so what are the success factors of career development? So we know about that career is very important. We all wanted to develop our career, but are we sure what are the success factors? Are we doing it right? Do we have a recipe? Are we looking at the right ingredients for our career development? Uh, just to answer what Ashutosh and Neeraj have mentioned, let me share it, the feedback from the other people where I do the coaching. You all will be very surprised to know that most of the people are thinking about their career from last 1 years. And unfortunately, this time flies. And it flies it's in a manner that you keep on thinking either you are not able to do something or other than only worrying, or at times it so happened that you do something but it is not yielding the results which you expect, which further leads you to get into a stage where you start thinking nothing is going to happen. uh, I'm like that, market is not responding. Yes, market is very tough, and if market was not tough, probably this uh, session which we are doing today, you would have not decided to come on Saturday morning to attend this session. Market is tough, no doubt about it. The question is how much you are prepared for this market. Market will never be prepared for you. You have to prepare for the market. So whatever you do, the first success factor is you have to be market focused. You cannot just sit in an isolation and think about it that, oh, my career is not moving. Oh, my career needs to move. Oh, my career is giving me challenges. You have to understand challenges in terms of what market needs. So if because of COVID, the jobs have gone, a lot of demand has gone down and a lot of supply have increased in most of the industries, then you have to look at it, which industry I am, what function I am. Is it a function which is going to have a more demand in the future, or is it a function which is going to have a more kind of a tapering happening over a period of time? Secondly, when you look at a market, you will also see from the future point of view. See, it is very easy for me to reflect back and feel good, bad, or ugly about my past. I can spend days and days together in looking at what happened to me in the past. Maybe I was very successful, maybe I was not very successful, but my dear friends, past is over. You are in present and you have to prepare for future. So your career development should also be future oriented. So it doesn't matter that suppose you started as a computer operator and you became a programmer and you are stuck and you said that, oh, I was the best programmer, I used to sit till 3 o'clock in the night, I have designed this program. Today that particular software knowledge might not be required in today's day and age. So what you did in the past is not a guarantee what you will get in the future. And plus, most of the time people get into this particular stage that they are not spending too much time in understanding their skill set. So they will keep on sharpening the previous skills. And I give you one example. I'm not sure how many of you probably would have been from that field. But suppose if you look at a career of a secretaries, executive assistants, they were very good in shorthand. And they used to proudly mention that we have this speed of shorthand, we have this speed of typewriting. Today, with the computers and with all the Alexas of the world and with all the softwares to convert your speech into a text, that skill is over now. Nobody looks at it how good you are at shorthand. But yes, you achieve that over a period of time, you will still feel proud about it. Nothing wrong in feeling proud. I'm not trying to say that you should not have a pride in what you did. The problem is when you start holding that pride and blinding yourself to the future skills which you need. So I'm sure you are able to understand from where I'm coming is feel good what you did in the past, but don't take it as a recipe for your future success. So success factors for your future will be far different from what it was in the past. Third important and a very critical aspect, and especially in some of the countries, it is a big issue I've seen, is people are not solution oriented. So we always look at skill which we acquired, whether it is making any solution to the industry or not. If you are a part of a problem which needs a solution, and if your skill can be applied, trust me, there are going to be plenty of jobs. All you have to do is you have to just search for it and you will get it. But put your skill, spend some time with yourself, understand on these four parameters. Is my career, what is the success factor for my career in terms of market? Am I providing any solution which can be used for the purpose of the industry or economy?